What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Realistic Room of the Wrexham. This is episode number 39, and what a huge episode we have in store for you today. As you can see the calendar there, we enter the month of May. It's the final two games of the regular season. Oxford and Plymouth are our final two games, and my word, are they huge games as well. We are fifth in the league right now, 4 points above Oxford. So we're in fifth in the playoffs. Oxford are outside the playoffs, 4 points behind us. This game has such... the magnitude of this game is crazy. If we avoid defeat, we secure a playoff spot. Now, that might seem easier than it actually is because Oxford have been on really good form recently. They're on a late push to make the playoffs. And what makes it harder, what adds a bit of pressure, is if we lose this game, not only do Oxford move to within a point of us, we have to get a result against Plymouth on the final day, who are battling Rotherham for the title. So I don't want to go into the final fixture knowing that we have to get a result against a potential champion in Plymouth to secure our spot. I want to get it done now, and we only have to avoid defeat against Oxford to make sure that happens. Hopefully we can do it. We beat them 3-1 earlier in the season at the Racecourse Stadium. Let's see if we can repeat that result again. Well, it would be the same side. You know, you're getting quite familiar with this team now. We experimented with Bradshaw up top and Mullin and Cam for a little bit, but Lee is back in that spot now and Cam Mullin up top. Mullin with nearly 40 league goals in the season. That's absolutely crazy. Lee's been in great form as well recently. And, well, it would be the goalkeepers, and specifically Eastwood, who would be starring in this one early doors. Eastwood and Lloyd, the two keepers, tied on 12 clean sheets each, second in the league behind Blackpool's keeper. And yeah, like I said, Eastwood would be getting peppered early doors. We really came out of the blocks flying on this one. We knew a draw was enough, but we didn't just want to settle for a draw. We wanted to go for the win, and we were forcing Eastwood into saves to his left, to his right, forcing Josh Earl even popped up with a header, and that got tipped over the bar. But from the resulting corner from that save, well, it's only, if you keep giving us corners, it's just inevitable, isn't it? And Paul Mullin from Mendy, those two are the deadliest duo. Maybe one of the deadliest duos I've had in a career mode together, honestly, because I've never been this clinical from corners before. And, you know, you mix in Mendy and Evans as well, give him his due, their deliveries with Mullin's header. The thing is as well, it's always Mullin scoring the headers from corners. It's never anyone else. Mullin grabs the go-ahead goal, his 39th of the season, and Eastwood's clean sheet has gone as well. So Nathan Lloyd, little fist pump from him as he races for the Golden Glove. Well, after that goal, it sort of settled down a little bit, and then Oxford would actually find the equaliser with their first attack of the game. Mark Harris with a lob. He committed Hayden and did the captain quite badly there, and then the lob went so high up in the air it almost got snow on it. High up over Nathan Lloyd, we couldn't get to the ball, and it nestles in off the post, and Oxford have an equaliser, and they are back in this game. Mark Harris, the hero, 1-1 against the runner play, I must add, but it doesn't matter. The scores are tied 1-1, and can we respond from that, or, well... I'm not sure about this as a response. Mark Harris has just clattered Elliot Lee, and he's received his marching orders. Mark Harris has gone from hero to zero in a matter of moments. He's just levelled for Oxford. He's now clattered Elliot Lee. I don't know if that was a red card, I'll be honest. It was a bad tackle, but the ref deems it serious foul play. And Mark Harris from hero to zero, goal scorer to early Bath. He is walking down the tunnel, and now his side are going to have to defend with 10 men for over 45 minutes. Well, it's weird. That red card almost galvanised the home side, and the last few minutes of the half, they actually were the better. Nathan Lloyd coming up with a big save, and then from the resulting corner, their header hit the post before Lloyd collected. We come into the halftime break, collect ourselves, come out in the second half. We've got the numerical advantage. Let's make it count, and that we do. 53 minutes on the clock. Bennett with a nice little ball over to Paul Mullin. First touch control on his left foot, doesn't matter. His weak foot smashes it in for his 40th league goal of the season. 40 league goals, crazy. Where we would be without that man, I do not know. And yeah, from then on, we tried to assert our dominance. Dewis and Bennett found out into the left-hand side of the box. He has a shot which is well saved. And then Oxford tried to respond, actually. Nathan Lloyd coming up with a really smart triple save there, as he's just been fantastic recently, Lloyd. Honestly, like since we brought him back into the side, we dropped him for a couple of games for Smithies. He's just been absolutely fantastic, making so many amazing saves, keeping clean sheets. But unfortunately, he couldn't keep this one out. Oxford would find the leveller. The 10 men against the run of play do find the goal. It's a lucky goal of sorts. The the blocked shot falls straight to their player who has an open net, but he makes it count. He is clinical, and it is 2-2. Elliot Lee driving into the box forces the keeper into a good save before, in injury time, Costa would do his man. Can he find his way into the box? No, Josh Earl denies him the chance. They do have a corner, but his team are gassed with that. Josh Earl with a big tackle late on. Oxford, though, the chance isn't gone. Can they grab a goal here? 10-man Oxford. What a big goal this would be. They win the header, but it's saved by Lloyd. We just mentioned how big he's been recently with just his form in general, but last-minute saves. He has been huge. Look at that save. Spreads himself wide. The captain won the header, but Lloyd denies him. The danger isn't over yet, though. Another corner for Oxford. We scored from a corner from this end in the first half. Can Oxford do it and give their chances of a playoff place such a big raise? It's headed out, back in, back out. Oh my God, it's like head tennis here. Get it out. It is out. That's the full-time whistle. And despite us drawing against 10 men, Wrexham secure a playoff spot. What a brilliant turnaround. We had a rough bit of start to the start of the season, adjusting to life in League One. But we've been on such a good run recently, and we secure a playoff spot with 1 game to go. Paul Mullin at the double, a fantastic double as well, as he grabs his 40th league goal of the season. And yes, we were playing against 10 men, so the result is probably a bit disappointing that we haven't won that. I don't care. We've secured a playoff spot. The board wanted us to push for promotion. I think getting playoffs is a massive, massive achievement, considering it is our first season in this league. So you see there, we are 4th, 74 points, 4 points ahead of Oxford with 1 game to go. They cannot catch us. Derby have a couple of games in hand over us. Birmingham have 1 game in hand. So where we'll finish, we're not sure about yet. The maximum we can finish is 4th, but we could finish 5th or 6th. But I don't care. We're in the playoffs, and I'm very happy with that. As you see us go through the scout report from Wales, there weren't too many great players from this scout report, to be honest, but I haven't been blown away by any players. There was a huge game at the top of the league. Rotherham played Plymouth, 1 point separating the two, by the way, and they drew 1-1. We faced Plymouth on the final day, but they both have 2 games to go. And then Carlos Baleba, I absolutely love this, by the way. He comes to us and says, look, boss, I'm not sure what's going to happen in the future, but I've loved my time here. Obviously, we've had Carlos on loan from Brighton for the last 2 seasons, 74 rated midfielder. I would love to bring him in permanently, but I'm not sure what Roberto De Zerbi is thinking. If he'll want to let Baleba go, if we can afford to bring him in, maybe we can try and get him on loan again. Let me know in the comments if you think we should try and bring Baleba in for next season, or if we should look to bring in a permanent replacement in central midfield. Well, as we head into into the second, but it will be the final game of the episode, just 2 games today. It is Plymouth, the league leaders who are pushing for the title. I'm glad that I didn't have to get a result in this one to secure our playoff spot, just because Plymouth are going for a title. The league fixtures have gotten weird, though. This isn't everyone's last game, so Plymouth and Rotherham still have 2 games left. So this is not their final game, but it is our final game of the regular season, knowing that we have the playoffs already to look forward to. So I'm happy. I'm feeling good. We can play with a bit of freedom. Obviously, it'd be nice to win, but let's just, express ourselves. Some players maybe want to try and try and convince me that they should start in the playoffs. Well, it wasn't a good start for us. 5 minutes in, a fantastic run down the left-hand side from the Plymouth winger. He whips it in, and Bundu volleys home. With a finish like that, you wouldn't believe this, but that was his first league goal of the season. Crazy. Great finish for Plymouth, and they lead in what is a massive game for them as they're battling Rotherham for the title. Like we said, teams around us still have a couple games to go, but this is our final game of the season, so we'll just play with a bit of freedom, knowing we have that playoff spot, and you will, of course, see the playoff games in the next episode. But this will be the final game of this episode as we take on Plymouth. Yeah, so 1-0 down, but 27 minutes on the clock. You guessed it. Paul Mullin grabs his 41st goal of the season, gives it a little fist bump to, not the away fans, because the away fans are down the other end, but we tie this game at 1-1. And then on the stroke of half-time, Christie attempted cross, gets blocked away, gets back to Christie, lobs it in, and well, Mullin actually wasn't the favourite for that header, but he does somehow get there, and the keeper with an incredible save. I don't think we get a replay, but it was a phenomenal save from Cooper, who, like Nathan Lloyd, is also on 12 clean sheets. So again, both those clean sheets are gone for those two players, but two impressive keepers we're seeing on show here. And it would be Cooper that would just shine throughout this game. To be honest, after that Plymouth goal, we dominated that first half. We found the equaliser and we peppered Cooper in the Plymouth net, looking like the side that we were the side that was battling for the title, not Plymouth. But that's just the way we go. You know, we press high. We our intensity off the ball, the turnovers we force from the opposition are always fantastic as well. So I'm really proud of how the team's playing at the moment. And 10 minutes into the second half, Cooper's already had to make two great saves. There's a third from Jewison Bennett, who is full of confidence right now, releasing a shot from the edge of the box, but Cooper saves down to his left. Lee would link up with Baleba, finding Patrick Roberts, and another player who's been in great form right now. He forces Cooper into a great save. And like we said there, forcing turnovers, the high press forced Plymouth to turn it over. Lee finds Mullin to Baleba, and Baleba fires a fantastic shot to put us ahead with just over 20 minutes to go. He goes and celebrates with those away fans. He said he wants to stay. He wants to become a Red Dragon permanently. Those fans, I'm sure, would love the same thing. Love this angle of the shot as well. Benz starts outside the post, curls in. But we weren't done there. A lovely little ball over to Bennett, who lofts it in, and then the defender actually heads it more up than out, and then Elliot Lee with a fantastic rocket of a shot. Acrobatic finish. Cooper's been saving left, right and centre, but he couldn't get anywhere near this one. This seals the 3 points. What a goal this is. As the ball's coming up, he bangs it into the top corner and goes and celebrates with those away fans. And we are going to end the regular season with a victory, a fantastic result against a title-chasing Plymouth. What a big 3 points that is for us. I mean, it's a big result for us, but what a massive loss this is for Plymouth, who were batting for the title. After they went 1-0 up through Bundu's volley 5 minutes in, they probably thought, yeah, lovely, we're going to cruise to this one. Wrexham already in snooze mode looking into the playoffs, but no, we responded brilliantly. And to be honest, I actually think that was probably one of our best performances of the season. Plymouth didn't have a sniff after they scored. We dominated the entire game, peppered them, peppered the keeper. Cooper made so many great saves, and we got the deserved victory. And like we said, that defeat for Plymouth was costly. They are now 2 points behind Rotherham going into the final day. So Rotherham know that a draw on the final day will be enough for them to see them claim the title as they beat Stockport 4-0. Koulibaly comes to us and says, look, boss, I need some game time. Honestly, but Koulibaly, you are going to be my man. Don't you worry. I feel confident that Koulibaly is going to get a lot of game time next season. If we can't bring Baleba in, maybe he'll take that left centre mid role. But I kind of see him as a replacement for Evans. I think he'll be a good DM. His stats are really great as well. So that's a decision we'll have to make at the end of the season. But hopefully, Koulibaly sticks with us, and he could replace Baleba in the team next season. Baleba, of course, got a goal and assist in that game as well. One of his final games for the club. Hopefully, we can bring him in on a permanent basis. Well, we did have news that Patrick Armstrong was unhappy in the youth academy. He wanted to be given a scholarship, so we gave him one. I didn't think he was too ready yet, but I didn't want to lose him as well. So we give him and Dexter Riley, the centre back, we give them both scholarships, promote them to the first team, and we'll look to put them out on loan next season. As we see the awards for the end of the season, Paul Mullin, no surprise here, grabs the Player of the Season award from Eric Cantona, who is looking snazzy. I could have dressed up a little bit better, a grey suit, bit boring, but Cantona rocking the suit, the bow tie, and the cap as well, as he gives Paul Mullin a deserved Player of the Season. He's been absolutely phenomenal. PM10, 41 league goals. Crazy stuff. Well, there we can see the final league table, and Rotherham would claim the title. They actually drew on the final day. Plymouth won, but they win on goal difference, so that defeat for Plymouth was costly. Birmingham secures 6th. We will face Derby in the playoffs. Can't wait for that one. And then at the bottom, Stockport, Bristol Rovers, Exeter and Cambridge all go down. Leyton Orient, they beat us in the last episode with a last-minute winner. That 3 points proved massive because they finished ahead of Cambridge not on not on points, not on goal difference, but on goals scored. They both had 47 points. They both had minus 22 goal difference. But Leyton Orient stay up on goals scored. That is crazy. That is savage for Cambridge, that's for sure. As we look at the players' stats for the end of the season, no surprise, Paul Mullin, top scorer. He had, I think it was about 15 goals more than second place. Absolutely phenomenal. And then Mendy and Lee, top assisters. Mendy, top assister. Lee in second. Mullin did grab 10 assists as well. And then Nathan Lloyd, 12 clean sheets, joint second with Cooper and Eastwood and behind Grimshaw. Fantastic from Nathan Lloyd, considering this was his first full season as our netminder. He's still a young lad as well. He's been fantastic, Nathan Lloyd, and 12 clean sheets. Very happy with that. And then not many yellow cards or red cards. I think we had one of our players was had the most bookings, one of the most bookings in the season, and there was only about 10 red cards in the season. So quite a tame season. As we look at the confidence board, the board rating 84 rated. They are pretty happy with us. We've secured a playoff spot, which is they wanted us to push for promotion. We're looking good. Obviously, we'll see what we can do in the playoffs. And then in the League Two Championship, Notts County, Barrow and Walsall all go up automatically. Hopefully, we won't be facing those sides next season. Leeds and West Brom go up from the Championship to the Premier. Leeds finished on 108 points, just 2 defeats all season. Wow, that is crazy. Charlton, Sheffield Wednesday and QPR all get relegated to League One. Again, hopefully we won't be taking on those sides next season. We want to be playing in the Championship next season. It'll be crazy if we can secure back-to-back playoffs. That would be absolutely phenomenal. Hopefully we can. Wolves, Middlesbrough, Sheffield United and Sunderland will all battle it out for the last promotion spot to the Premier League, where you can see Manchester City won the league, finishing 6 points above Liverpool. Watford, Southampton and Bournemouth all go down. And there we have it. You'll see the calendar there. Derby on the 1st, Derby on the 5th. Twice in 6 days we'll take on the Rams for a place at Wembley in the playoff final. Let me know in the comments if you think we can secure that playoff spot. I really hope we can. Look out for episode 40. It's going to be a massive one. Playoffs to round off season 2. If you're enjoying the series, drop it a like. Don't forget to sub to the channel, and I'll see you in episode 40 very soon.